So I made a choice for myself to support Restore Britain by donating £20 for like this year itself. And honestly, if I want Britain to go back to normal the way it should be, the way it has been all this entire time, then I had to make this choice, by the way. It will be tougher for my family, it will be tougher for me, but if I have to do it, I have to do it, because if I have to fix Britain, then it'll be like that kind of thing. It won't be that hard. I mean, there are good Muslims out there, Muslims that care about England, that care about England, and there are other Muslims out there that don't care about England. There have been like Muslims out there that has been respecting Britain. My sister, she loves the cathedral, that she was surprised by how old it was, like nearly 1,000 years old. And there are Muslims out there that want to disrespect Britain. They want to cause issues. Like they're just trying to like hate on Britain, but even though they live in England, they need to go out of the country and go back to their home. And honestly, that's the reason why I have to do this, by the way. I refuse to let Britain become an Islamic country. I refuse. Britain will never be an Islamic country because it has always been a Christian country all of its existence. I will not let it become an Islamic country. I refuse to see more mosques be built in this country. I refuse to see more mosques be built in Britain. Alright? If people don't want mosques to be built in Britain, they have the right to say no in England. They have the right to, and we have to respect that, whether we like it or not. And if this affects your feelings, then I'm sorry to say this, but you are in their country. You have to respect their land. You have to respect what they're going through. They don't want to deal with any of this kind of stuff. Their grandfathers, their families never fought for any of this in the first place. They never did. They asked for peace, they asked for quiet, and that's the reason why I did it. So that I can see families with their friends together. I can see like people with their friends together in peace, roam around the streets without having to worry about their safety. So I can see people happy with their families whilst they're having a nice time for themselves. That's the reason why I did it. So that I could see Britain go back to normal. And I had to make this kind of decision. So that when Britain go back to normal, it will be good for the British. But it'll be a tough decision, making this kind of decision. Because if I did it, then that's the reason why I did it. Because I refuse to let more illegal immigrants come to the country. I refuse to let in more Pakistanis who basically want to turn this country into an Islamic country, into Pakistan, okay? It's like this. Muslims can come to the country. Muslims can. But the way the country is right now, the way it is, I don't even see England as England. I see it as a different kind of country itself. Alright? No offense. Muslims can come to the country. Muslims can actually do what they like on this country itself. But as long as they're respecting what British people really want, that's the reason why it is. If British people go to Pakistan, British people respect Pakistani heritage. They don't build these kind of places there. But with Pakistanis come to England and they build these kind of businesses that doesn't represent what Britain is, then I'm sorry to say this, but that's not okay, And it's not racist. It's the fact that it's just disrespecting British heritage, so that's one thing, by the way. Hopefully England goes back to normal. Hopefully England goes back to a state where the country I remember seeing and love, it goes to that kind of direction. I don't want Britain to be a filthy country. I don't want to see all this mess on the streets. I don't want to see all this kind of stuff outside my house. I just want Britain to be clean. I want Britain to be fresh and tidy. I want all these illegal immigrants to go back to the country. I want them all deported. I want those who are foreigners who came to England, who basically wants to cause issues and harm to Britain, I want them all out. And I had to do it. Britain before was Britain. I want that. They want that. I want that. Everyone wants that. To feel safe in their country, I want that. And that's why I had to do it. And it's a choice I made for myself, just to make sure that Britain goes back to normal. Hopefully my family becomes okay from this, you know. Hopefully that things become normal for my Pakistanis. It'll be a tough thing, you know. But I refuse to let a mosque be built in Britain. Okay, I refuse to let a mosque be built in Britain. People can read the namaz in Britain, but as long as you don't build a mosque in a Christian country, that's one thing itself. I'm not being racist here, okay? Okay, I'm not being racist here. This is a Christian country. Christians don't bring their Christian churches into a Pakistani country itself, in an Islamic country. They don't do that. But why would a Muslim bring Islam to Britain? Japan has banned Islam, okay? And if I have to see Islam more in Britain, that would hurt the British people. I will not allow that. That will hurt my next door neighbor. That will hurt my past next door neighbor. The one I used to live next door over there. Donna. My next door neighbor, Donna. That would hurt her if there's more Islam in this country. She never fought for any of this. So that's the reason why I had to do this kind of stuff. For Britain to go back to normal, for Britain to go back to the way it's supposed to be, according to what the British people really want. So that there'll be churches be built, so that churches can be looked after, so that people can go to church and pray in peace, so that people can pray Christianity and follow the God of Jesus, whilst the country goes to normal, so that families can feel safe, so that they don't have to worry about their own families be ruined by illegal immigrants, so that all the illegal immigrants in this country go back to the country and it's not racist. And also, from what Rupert Lowe said, that there's these Pakistani rape gangs, I'm disgusted, man, of what these people have been doing, man. People in my own race who's been hurting the British after what they've done. That's not racist at all. It's the fact. The facts hurt, okay? My own people who came from Pakistan to come to Britain and rape those children, rape those women, is disgusting. And I have to agree with Rupert Lowe because of what they've been doing. So I have to agree with him. If Britain needs to be Britain, this is the kind of action that has to be made. And that's the reason why I did it. It's a tough decision, but it's the kind of thing that I have to agree with. I want Britain to be Britain. I want the British to feel safe in their country. And I want to feel safe in this country also as well, the country that I was born and raised in Britain. And I want that. And I want every single foreigner who comes to this country to respect Britain. If they can't do that, get out. To all the people out there who doesn't even like Britain, get out. If you don't like your hometown, get out. If you don't like the country that you came into and you want to take advantage of it, get out. Simple as that. You need to respect Britain. You need to look after Britain. Okay, you need to take care of Britain. Because the way the state is, it's not okay. It's not too bad or anything. There is some fresh air, there's some stuff. But the way the garbage being put outside, not okay. Britain is one of those countries that I love to be in. I want to see the beach clean and tidy. I don't want to see all this rubbish on the ground. I want every illegal immigrant to go back to the country, every single one of them. I want foreigners to respect Britain, okay? I want foreigners who wants to respect Britain, who wants to look after Britain. They need to do that. If they can't do that, go. And I have to also agree with remigration. I have to agree with it because remigration for the country to get better, I have to agree with them. It's a tough decision, but I have to agree with them. So yeah, people will hate me for this. People will love me for this. I don't mind. If you hate me, it's okay. If you love me, it's okay. But if I want Britain to be Britain the way it should be, many decades ago, that should have been a long, long time ago, I want Britain to be Britain. I don't want it to be a Pakistan country. I don't want it to be a third world country. I want Britain to be a clean, tidy, and I want it to be nice. I want Britain to be Britain the way it should be. I want the British to feel safe in their country. That's the reason why I had to do this. I hope you understand me. And I hope you have a wonderful day for yourself. Take care, everyone.